Alright, boom. I'm here with a Nigerian friend. We're here to have a brief conversation around Afrobeat. We're here to have a conversation on the Nigerian music industry and the same as the Ghanaian music industry. So stick and stay with us. This is going to be a very insightful, interesting conversation. So I'll allow him to introduce himself. He's a music nerd and an entrepreneur. So I'll just allow him to introduce himself to you guys more better than I would do. So yeah, bro, let's go.
The name is Chidi, and he said I'm into music and also business,
What's a business, right?
fast food business, and other type of businesses here in Ghana and in Nigeria.
Yeah, in Ghana and Nigeria.
Yeah.
All right, so that's cool. So my first question to you is, what is working in the Nigerian music industry?
What's working?
What is working in the Nigerian music
I think
industry?
everything to work. I think need to have a good team. Good team. If you look at the Nigerian industry, you will see the leaders like maybe like YABNL. So those people they have the structure, they have the right team, they have the right partnership, international and locally. You understand? So I think that's one of the major part of it.
So the major part, according to you, is having good structures and good record labels. What are some of the structures that have been put in place in the Nigerian music industry that is working for them right now and they're yielding the fruits out of their labor?
I didn't get that.
So I'm trying to say that
Yeah.
what are the structures being put in place or being built to make sure that the Nigerian music industry is operating effectively and efficiently?
For everything to work requires money.
Because
You know,
money, that's
yeah.
very, very principle.
So those structure from the leader is that they don't depend on the government. So they have the resources, the right producers. Those parts are very essential. The engineers also. You know, if you watch other parts of Nigeria, other industries that's being handled by the government, it suffers. So because of this stuff are mainly private owned, so they go hard, they spend hard. So that's why they get it, the result they are getting. You know?
That's very true. So in your delivery, I see you talk a lot about having the right finances or the right money.
Yeah.
How important is funding or investment in terms of money? Yeah, money important in the music industry, in every music industry, most especially the Nigerian music industry right now.
Money is very important. I would like say like 60% because even if you have the talent, you understand you need money to market or
Yeah.
to promote your stuff. So except you want to be listening to or playing your song with your friends, you get also
Yeah,
for you to market it to the general public, you need the right people, and the right people you have to spend the right money. You get so
yeah.
money is very very important.
Money is very important.
Very important.
So still on that, yeah. You are living in Ghana, you've lived in Nigeria.
Yes.
I'm sure quite sometimes you do go back to Nigeria.
Of course.
So that used to say that you've experienced what is working in the Nigerian music industry, same thing as Ghana. What do you think about our music industry here in Ghana? What is working and what isn't working? And what do you think we can make work in our music industry so that we can enjoy same fame, enjoy same what limelight and exposure as the Nigerian artists are enjoying globally in the international stages or platforms?
I made mention of money just now. Another thing again that is helping us in Nigeria is the population.
Population.
You understand? So we have the audience, we have the numbers. So here in Ghana, there are good musicians here, but the thing is the numbers. So, but like I said, what can help you guys? What I think can help you guys is collaborations within and outside.
Yeah.
You understand? So I feel that you guys are not doing enough in terms of collaboration. There's a lot of separation. I think there was a time you guys, there was one show I saw on the internet. I think it was Eugene and what's the other guy?
Kitty.
Kid, yeah, in the United States. No, sorry, in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
If you watch that kind of push on
Yeah.
crowd. So you
Yeah,
need those kind of
yeah.
stuff to
That's
be able to, connect with your people outside, do shows together. The big names come together to do stuff together to be able to put that crowd required. You understand? So one thing is it's about momentum.
Mental.
You understand? So I need your force, you need my force to be able to come together to be able to achieve what's called
The setup goals.
exactly. Exactly. So I think that part will definitely, aside the finance part,
Yeah.
I think that part will help the Ghanaian industry.
Ghana industry. Talking about collaboration, talking about numbers, right? I know that collaboration and numbers are very essential in our music industry. But we do collaborations. You get me? And talking about numbers, Jamaica doesn't have the numbers,
America doesn't have the numbers.
but they are penetrating.
Okay.
So, is there a way, or is there any path that we are not hearing of, or we are being prevented from having access to? Because it's about access, if I might say.
Okay. I think another thing you can do is maybe you tweak your sound one part or the other time you can be able to
Right.
still work on the sound. One thing about good music is that depending on language, depending on your culture,
Yeah.
if music is good, it's good. I
That's
remember
very true.
last year Black Sherif song
Black Shade.
coming to Nigeria and dominate at one point,
Yeah.
and that's the song I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I think you guys should the producers, they have to do more. You understand the producers, so not just one dimension. Try to
Explore.
reference exactly, try to explore and do other stuff. So that one also will help.
That's very
If you
true.
watch
Very
Rema,
true.
sometimes it sounds like Indians, sometimes it sounds like
Caribbean.
you understand. So these things have to be creative.
That's very interesting. So let's get into Afrobeat, right? Afrobeat right now, boom, is global.
Yeah.
The genre from Africa is global. They are so proud, they are so happy. But then it's only Nigeria that has the most artists out there in the front line
Yeah.
representing the culture. Then I'm like, what is working for these guys? What is not working for us? Because like we talk about creative, we talk about good artists, we have the good artists. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the reign of Afrobeat right now. What do you think? How does it make you feel being a Nigerian, seeing most of your artists, most of your home people representing the culture globally than any other African country? How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel good, but we are not just repping ourselves, we are repping Africa.
Yeah,
You
that's
get,
right.
but like I said before, the numbers still play major role, regardless of the other stuff. But like you understand, the numbers, and secondly, like I said, I made mention of the production.
Yeah,
If you see our beats, the beats sometimes you can't even vocals. You like the beat, you can vibe to the beat. You understand? So the beats are good. The engineers, they are good and they are working with the international guys also. So that part is really helping us. Like I have siblings outside that are married to white.
yeah.
Their wife to our son. So once like there was a time one of them was coming to Ireland last year, my younger brother, the wife got the ticket before my brother even knew. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. Like what Nigerians are everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. So that like
Dominant.
you understand? And as they are going everywhere, they are taking the music everywhere. So that's kind of in a way help the artists also you get. You know?
So do you think Ghana giving her credit for her major influential contributions to the rise to the pioneering and rise of Afrobeat today? Is Ghana giving much credit for that?
I don't think yeah.
Because I know very well that you know about what the come up of Afrobeat and Ghana's contribution.
Yeah.
Do you think Ghana is giving that much credit internationally or on the global platforms for her contribution to this culture?
I don't think you guys are getting that credit itself.
Facts.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting the credit.
Yeah.
Don't-
But
don't
then
think we're getting the
sometimes
credit.
people don't give you what it deserves. Sometimes you have to ask or demand what you understand. By being there, being our faces and all that, like we talked about in Nigerian music. If you go here in Ghana, if you go to places, you see the song everywhere. So we can't say that in like in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You understand? So who supports that? So you understand? So like I said, sometimes you have to your work needs to be really, really penetrating. That there was time that Sarkozy was opening in Nigeria. Black Sherif, like I said last year. So we need more of that. We need more of those stuff that can be able to penetrate all corners of the world, not just Africa. So you get, and the thing is that you get what you deserve because you do your own part of it. Nobody will just say, oh, because you do this or do that, it's that. You understand?
Yeah, I get it, but I'm talking about aside that one. That's a very solid delivery, right? But aside that one, I'm talking about on the global platforms. When we're talking about the precursors, we're talking about the come up of Afrobeat,
Yeah.
how it's all emerged and all of that. When they're giving the history, you hardly find these entertainment pundits or the big artists in the front line pushing the culture talk about Ghana's role in the genre. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You're talking about
Because when I talk about Afrobeat, right? Afrobeat, the name Afrobeat was coined in Ghana, Feles Afrobeat, right? And the Afrobeat, Ankasa is coined what by a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And high life is a very essential or very prominent what element of Afrobeat. Do you get me?
Like,
So when we're talking about the history of Afrobeat on global platforms, I'm talking about our artists.
that's
So
your
for
own
that,
artist now.
no, not our own artists. Our own artists usually find a way. They're not usually not that they usually find a way, but they have it at the back of their heads that I have to let them know that this is our story, this is our contribution to this culture, right?
African
Now, this
artists
culture.
or African artists or
So African artists, most especially Nigerian artists, because Nigerian artists are the artists right now on the front line.
yeah.
You get me? That is actually representing the culture very well. You have so many artists. The list goes on and on. But then to me, right, I think that Ghana is not giving her credit for her influential contribution to the pioneering and rise of Afrobeat. When we talk about Afrobeat history, Ghana is not being mentioned. The credit is not even given. When we talk about coining the name Afrobeat, right? DJ Abrante is not even giving his props.
Yeah.
They can try to say,
Yeah,
it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Even talking about Feles Afrobeat, the name actually came from Raymond Aziz.
Yeah.
But you never hear anywhere from our major big African artist who does Afrobeat talk about Ghana.
You made mention of something now. So a lot of Nigerians would disagree that Afrobeat started from Ghana.
Dig it.
So I think maybe a lot of people have to do a lot of do more about the enlightenment to enlighten people more on what you just said.
Yeah.
Because majority of people in Nigeria believe that Fela started Afrobeat.
Dig it.
A few days ago, Rema made mention of something like that. You understand?
It's always that way.
You understand?
It's
So
always that way.
that's why. So that's why you guys are not really getting, because a lot of people like in Nigeria that is really pushing the Afrobeat. A lot of them believe that Fela started Afrobeat. So maybe they have to, or you guys have to find a way to enlighten them more.
It's about, that's what you talk about. It's about influence in the numbers.
You understand?
Because when I think when we get these advantages and opportunities on the global or international platforms, we tell our stories. We tell our stories.
That's when you tell your story.
Yeah, you get me. I tell my story very well for you to know and buy into our story too as well. So it's still on Afrobeat, right? Burna Boy said he's not an Afrobeat artist. What do you make of it? Burna Boy is right now one of the biggest artists. I won't say African artists, but one of the biggest artists in the world. He's selling the stadiums, the arenas. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Burna Boy is pulling the numbers, and then with him pulling these huge numbers, what do you make of the statement that he's not an Afrobeat artist, but he's an Afrofusion artist?
It's telling his own story, but the thing is that I would agree with him because if you watch him coming up, Fela was his mentor, sound like Fela. If you listen to some of his songs, you see the lot of Fela lines in his songs. So at the end of the day, he has his own story to tell. But I feel personally, I disagree with what he's saying, that his music is still Afrobeat. But at the end of the day, he has his own story to tell. You know?
Afrobeat, whether Afrobeat, Afrofusion,
I decided to be Afro then.
Afropop, we still jump for Afrobeat.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
I don't know, put you in reggae department or hip hop or something. Still Afro.
I think maybe he is trying to define his own sound.
His own sound.
But Afrofusion is not even his own sound. Is it his own sound? Afrofusion has been there for.
That's the thing.
People have been there for Afrofusion. Alright, so I guess we're done with the interview.
It's all right.
But I'd like you to then share some of your business, what you do, your fast food, the branches.
We're into fast food business at Chicken Tavern. We have a branch at Buche before School Junction, and we have this branch here at UPSA, prestigious there opposite the UPSA
Office.
University. Yeah.
All right. It's been a very insightful, interesting conversation. You get me?
Yeah.
I really appreciate you for your time talking
Thank you
about this. Yeah.
for your time also.
All right. I
I
appreciate it.
appreciate
Big
it.
deal, yeah.
All right.
Subscribe to my channel. You follow me on all socials at TrendsO'clock.
All right.